Hey everybody! I have an exciting announcement. And I'm wearing my shirt from the documentary. Did anybody notice? And it still looks great because it's so good. And I have never thrown it away, and I probably never will. Maybe when I'm through with it, should I sell it on eBay? Does anybody else want this shirt? And I had it for about like 15 years before the documentary too. But I never throw anything away. Just like the brochures from Creative Engineering, I put together a new product called the Complete Collection, which is all of the brochures that we've ever produced at Creative Engineering in one collection. And I'm putting it up for sale on eBay. And I'll put the link to the eBay auction down in the description. And just for your information, everybody, it's November 12th, 2024. So if you're seeing this video, some number of years in the future, the link is probably no longer working. But anyway, let's take a look at what's inside of the Complete Collection. Okay, so the Complete Collection starts with the Christmas cassette called Homely for Christmas by the Rock-afire Explosion. And it's in a folder, the Billy Bob's miniature animatronic doll folder, and it's signed. In fact, every one of the brochures and handouts in here are signed, as is this Christmas cassette. So let's take a look and see what we have here. Okay, everything I could pack in here is packed in here. First of all, here are the pictures that I've been sending out to people who buy dolls and things from me. All of them are signed. There's Billy Bob in Candyland. There's Friendly Freddy from the 1977 debut video. And there's Billy Bob on stage at Showbiz Pizza Place. And of course, my dog Athena and me in front of the Rock-afire Explosion stage. Okay. Then look at this. Here is the 1979 picture that we sent out on a postcard style to all of our customers, advertising the Wolfpack 5 with Wolfman, Fats, Dingo, Beach Bear, and Little Queenie. And there you go. Each character is multi-movement and accurate synchronization with voice and music. We were still trying to tell everybody what animatronics was. And then we also have a couple of years later, when the Rock-afire Explosion was born, the picture of the Rock-afire Explosion in the form of a postcard, but it didn't have anything written on the other side. And I've signed that as well. Then we've got these extras in here like this. Here are some actual foil stickers that we used to put on our products. Now these don't work anymore. You can't peel them off and stick them on anything because the sticky stuff won't stick. So you better not peel these off. This is just a collector's item. Speaking of collector's items, look at this. Here's some actual Looney Birds coupons for prizes from my restaurant Looney Birds from the late 90s. Here's a metal tag that we used to put on all of our equipment, like tape decks and other pieces of equipment. Anything that we had, animatronic characters, anything that we had that we made, we put a serial number on it and we used this tag. This goes all the way back to the formation of Creative Engineering when we were building the Leaf Eater. And as you can see, I signed this for you. And this is what the Leaf Eater brochure looks like. There's a picture of the Leaf Eater. And I typed this on a real old-fashioned typewriter back in the good old days. In fact, you can even see it. If you look at it, you can tell that it was typed on a typewriter and then run off. And my address back at that time was 4521 West Concord Avenue. I wonder what's there now. But anyway, so I typed everything up about the Leaf Eater. And then I had a little graphics thing, a light bulb and some bars. I thought that was so cool back then. And there's my name, Aaron Fector, President. I've had the same job for 50 years. And also we have the Billy Bob brochure for the animatronic character from 1985. We have what I call the Bubba World Champion 1981 brochure. We have the purple Ultimate and Animatronic Entertainment brochure. And this came out when we were advertising the new Rock-afire Explosion. We have the Gray Dreamers brochure, and this is the one in which I discussed the new Rock-afire, or the Midgeons. See, here's the new Rock-afire. And I talked about it as if on the back you can see how my worst nightmare became a dream come true. So I talked about the dream that I had that led me to develop the new Rock-afire explosion. And look, there's a picture of me dreaming with my cat. I used to have cats. So it's a historic document. And then there's the talking walk-around brochure with my daughter Alyssa. She's now about 40 years old. I guess she's 40. And there's Billy Bob. He's about 44. So we were advertising that because it was such a breakthrough that you could walk around and have your voice and have the voice of Billy Bob be controlled by the animatronics controller. So that was really cool. And the eyes too, by the way. This was the brochure. We called it the Bandwagon to Higher Profits brochure. And it's a 4-page brochure. This showed all the pieces and parts that went with the Rock-afire explosion with some commonly asked questions. Here's a good one. We were trying to save some money on this one back when we were generating our own stuff instead of having it made by other companies. And we, I think we printed this up ourselves. And basically it was a cheap idea because we actually put a real picture. We pasted a real picture in there instead of having it printed with the brochure. And this was when we were selling the Moon Goons. Okay, over here, here's another picture of Bubba the gorilla, and we call this Bubba in the Woods brochure. And in this brochure, we had our now famous collage of everything that was going on at Creative Engineering, and there's a lot of funny pictures in here. And over here, we've got some transfers, Looney Bird transfers. So we have these of the Looney Bird face himself. And if you can actually use these to transfer onto a t-shirt or a towel, and then the name Looney Birds. So these all came from, there's the way it goes, these all came from my restaurant in the late 90s. Here's the anti-gravity freedom machine from 1998, I guess, or 97, where we had all the different colors of animatronics, AGFMs, and the power AGFMs, that's what these would look like, and the desktop. That was when I was hoping to be the one that would connect the world together through email. You know, me and Al Gore. There's the black creative engineering brochure, where we showed the company, the manufacturing plant. So that dates this back to about 1982 or 3. And we were experimenting with the Wizard of Oz, and we actually built a prototype of that, and some other ideas that we never built, but we were thinking about building. Of course, commonly asked questions. It was one of my dad's favorite things to do, and all the pictures of the Uncle Clunk are in this brochure, as well as that picture of the Rock-afire explosion and an explanation of who they are. And on the back, there's all the Beach Bears and all the Dukes and the Rolfs, all in these pictures, so that you could see what it looked like when we had like 40 or 50 of them made at a time, ready to go out. And then there's the white 1995 brochure that has the fold out. Okay, first look, there's me with my kids, and there's Alyssa, she's growing up, she's a teenager there, and my little ones, Ariel and Morgan. And Morgan, by the way, where is Morgan? I see Ariel. Oh, there she is. She's in the back. She's right here. Morgan, by the way, is the one who's now doing the graphics for the new Advent calendar. So she's become quite the creative artist herself. And we introduced the Rock-afire explosion in this one, along with the fold-outs to show what's on the other stages. So on one stage, for example, there's the Looney Bird laboratory, and when it goes around, there comes Beach Bear with Looney Bird in the window. And over here, the main stage has Rolf on a TV set, or anybody. So it was a TV set that you could put different scenes on, and on the other side was Duke, the junkyard dog. Then we have the pen. I called it the pen for a while, the personal email network. And that was another version of the desktop and AGFM. And we'll hold this one for last. And then here's some handouts that we created, that we printed ourselves back in the good old days, in the early days of computers, when we discovered we could actually print our own brochures. And this is how they came out. Basically, we talked about creative engineering and all the different things that we've done, and why creative engineering is such a great company. You can read that over at your leisure. And then we had a handout that that basically was the same thing, but it was a different color. And I can explain that one to you later. The same thing happened with this one. We had a white one and a red one, where we were selling the last of what we were hoping were the last of the Rock-afire explosions. We had an unbelievably large inventory of Rock-afire explosions left over from our days with Showbiz Pizza Place that we were still trying to get rid of. And we had the reconditioned shows at $68,500 and the brand new ones at almost $90,000. So these are everything that's going into the complete collection. And I hope you will enjoy this.
It's ready for me to sell. The link is in the description. You know how to use it well. The complete collection. Complete collection.